Yeah, it was frustrating to watch, certainly, and I'm also very disappointing, to be honest. The disappointing fact for us at the moment is, we've worked extremely hard in the last few weeks to put ourselves in a position to be, knocking on the door of the top four, and obviously we suffered a setback last week against Bradford, and we've had a week off to work hard on the training field and get a few things right that we needed to, and just very disappointed today that we didn't execute the plan that was set out for us today, and we just didn't seem to, certainly with the ball, mate, we let ourselves down heavily. We didn't execute well, some of our decisions were poor, and we struggled to find our fronts and generate any real ruck speed at times. Defensively, we were okay. I thought certainly there was a period there where I think we defended 4 back-to-back sets on our line early second half. Some of the effort defensively was okay, and we were turning up for each other on the inside and things like that. But the problem is we just gave ourselves too much to do. I think the first half, we're nowhere near good enough, and we gave ourselves a lot to do defensively first half, and certainly early in the second half, we kick out in the full on the kick-off, and just fundamentals, I think, is what it is. We just, like I said, with the ball, put ourselves under too much pressure, and we're not good enough as a team at this moment in time where we can absorb that much and manage to come through it, and the players have got to understand that, and but at the end of the day, we are where we are. We've got the squad that we've got, and we've just got to work extremely hard to try and turn things around. Certainly isn't crisis time at the moment. I think we've got 13 games to go, so there's still plenty of time to turn things around. I think it's just disappointing that we've built a little bit of momentum, and now it's sort of, it's been taken away, and we're going to have to just, again, earn the right, to get ourselves back into that top four. It's going to take, like I said, a lot of hard work and a lot of honesty, and that's something that it's really annoyed me today. I spoke about honesty before the game. I spoke about we need to be honest as individuals for the greater good of the team, because it's going to take a big performance today to beat Dewsbury, because they're a quality side. They're an experienced side that play a good style of football, and I thought for large parts of the game we handled what they threw at us, but unfortunately we came away at the end there, and just absolutely just gutted, mate.
It was a very messy game, wasn't it? Around the play, the ball was always a mess.
Yeah, it was. It was quite messy around the play, the ball. But again, that's no excuse for the outcome of today. At the end of the day, we need to be better and exploit that. You know what I mean? If it's messy and they're not square at marker, or they're not, they're on the floor, we've just got to get on with the game. You know what I mean? Don't worry about what's going on. The referee will adjudicate that as best he sees fit. Could he have penalised a few more times? Absolutely. But it's not about the ref today, mate. It's about the fact that we just didn't perform well enough.
Do you think Dewsbury was smarter than you in that sense today?
Oh, look, what Dewsbury did is, we looked at Dewsbury through the week. I knew what they were going to throw at us today, and the players were aware of that. And like I said, I don't think they troubled us too often, but what they did, mate, is they stuck to their process. They got to their end of sets. I thought their kicking game was quite good. They seemed to put the kicks into the corners. They've got some good kicking options out of 9 and 7s with Thackeray and Brown. And I just felt they kicked us to death second half, and they played the game in the right area of the field. We never had much opportunity in good ball, but then when we did, we looked a little bit rattled. We looked a little bit disjointed, and we didn't execute the plays that we worked on through the week to execute. So. Like you said, you can't take anything away from Dewsbury. They deserve their win today.
Do you think the Carl Price try was the turning point when they equalised in the first half? Because it was a try that was eminently stoppable.
It was eminently stoppable. It was man on man, so we just got to make the tackle, and unfortunately, we didn't. But like I said, that wasn't the turning point of the game at all, because it's 6-all. It was obviously disappointing to concede there, but I think the damage was getting done earlier into that 20 minutes. I think we started the game quite well, the first couple of sets, and then in typical fashion we give away a dumb penalty, or we knock on and we try to make something happen. And I think that was the frustrating thing for me today, was I think individually we're playing our own game today. We weren't on the same script as a team, executing the team plan, playing for the team. It felt like we were just playing for ourselves, and not enough players out there were taking ownership or responsibility on actioning what was needed to be actioned at that present time. Too many players were just waiting for somebody else to make something happen, as opposed to do your job, basically.
And how do you approach the squad now after a game like that? It's the first home defeat of the season. I know you've had away defeats, but
Yep.
I mean, you're obviously still learning your way as a coach.
Yep.
How will you sort of interact with them this week? Will you show them your disappointment?
Yeah, well, I've obviously expressed myself in the shed there after the game, and I'll certainly highlight when we come back into training with our review process and that on the video areas that we fell down in. I'll always try and find some positives out of a game, to pick them back up. But because again, we've got another week to go. But like I said, we have to be honest as a group. I think we may have fallen into the trap a little bit, and I've been saying this message for the last couple of weeks, certainly leading into the Bradford game, certainly leading into this game, that yes, we've done reasonably well to start to turn our season around by picking up those 3 wins over Easter, but let's not fall into the trap of thinking we're better than what we are at this moment in time, because we've still got a hell of a lot of hard work and a lot of improving in us to get to where we need to get to fulfil our potential as a team. And at this moment in time, where we may be a little bit complacent, I'm not too sure. Maybe because we have won at home, run beaten at home, maybe we thought going into the game mentally we thought, yeah, we'll be right, we'll get through it, and that's kind of a little bit what it was like out there today. I just felt people were just kind of thinking, oh, he'll make that line break for us, or he'll do something for, as opposed to, make it happen, boys, together. And it just didn't happen like that way today for me.
And the last few times we've spoken, you talked about potential new players. There's been a couple of signings in the last few weeks. Are you seeing the frustrations of being a London coach with the period of time sometimes it takes to get these players, or are you just experiencing the frustrations of a coach generally?
Look, at the end of the day, I'm not going to hide behind the fact that we need to add some more players to our squad, and I've said it all along. We've got a very young squad that is developing as a squad, and there's some good quality players in the championship, and there's some good established teams that are experienced and been together for a long time. We're a new team relatively, and it takes time to build a team, but that's not an excuse for what we're delivering out there, not at all. We've still got to be better, and we're still expected to be better and have higher standards than what we're showing out there at the moment, certainly today anyway. But yeah, I'm not going to hide behind the fact, mate, that I'll be doing my hardest to bring some bodies in this week. If I have to go down the dual reg loan route, I will do. Ideally, I don't want to. I want to get away from that, certainly in the future, once I get the squad I want moving forward. But if I need to do that to try and, like I said, create more competition for places and try and pick up the intensity in certain people's games, I have to do that, because I think, as you pretty much know, the team pretty much, bar 1 or 2 players that missed out today, picks itself, and I need to inject a bit more into us, to give us that little bit more, to take us forward, definitely.
I was just chatting to Nick Slimy as well before. 4 weeks away, he's on schedule to come back.
Yep.
How much of a boost will it be?
Massive boost. Massive boost, because he's an experienced and established player, and he's one of our leaders in the middle, and so he's going to be a massive addition to us when he comes back in 4 weeks' time, and like I said, hopefully before then I can add 1 or 2 more as well, just to strengthen us a little bit, and help give us that impetus to build and move forward. So yeah, but we just have to wait and see. Like I said, we're working tirelessly. Myself now, I've got Brian on board too. He's working alongside me. We're identifying players, we're approaching players, we're speaking to agents, we're speaking to clubs, and we're doing everything we possibly can to try and get some players down here. But it's easier said than done, if you know what I mean. It takes time, but like I said, hopefully we can get the right quality of player in that's going to help us take us forward.
Just while you mentioned Brian, what role is it? How does it work with you and him?
Yeah, it's probably I'd say it's like a coach and consultant role. What Brian's role is, obviously, as a kind of mentor figure for me. It's great to have him because I can bounce ideas off with him. We sit down, we can talk about certain things and certain areas or style of play that we think can help the team. And the good thing is I get to speak to Brian. He'll express some ideas. It's up to me whether I take them on board. Sometimes I might go, no, I don't think that's the right fit for our team, or I like that, and I'll say, express some of my thoughts and things, and we just have that bit of crack there, which is good. And it gives me a couple of things to think about too, certainly to try and help with the team. So there's a bit of that, and then obviously what his role will be as well is to sort of help with the recruitment, assist me with the recruitment and retention type stuff. So so basically I can focus more on the coaching side of things. So what I'm finding at the moment, before Brian stepped in, was I'm on the phone early in the week, Monday, Tuesday, so straight after a game I'm on the blower all day tomorrow, chasing agents, chasing clubs to find out what players are available, you know what I mean? I'm sitting down doing part of the negotiation and typing up the email offers and dealing with, you know, that kind of stuff. So I can now bat that across to Brian, so I can identify the players. I can say, right, I want him, do your best, you and Jason, the CEO, you do your best to get this bloke across the line. If it doesn't work out because the deal's not right, it doesn't work, but if it does, then great. So it just gives me a bit more opportunity that I can focus more on the coaching side of things and the planning and the review process, which I've been managing to do and I've been capable with, but it just frees up a bit more time for me to maybe look at a few other things that I need to do.